Spherical emotions. I love you. That's why I wish I could tell you that this wasn't a poem about bonfires, and how a fire only grows in the right conditions. Or that this wasn't a poem about plastic bottles, and how even they burst under pressure. I wish I could tell you that I haven't written this poem 1,000 times and erased it 999. Or that the counting doesn't help anymore. I wish I could tell you that I don't miss the sound of the rushing river or tides crashing into land or pigeons cooing and seagulls squawking whilst I lay nestled into your bosom. I wish I could stand on the tallest tower and tell you that I'm no longer lost in those vast oceans that you call eyes, or that I no longer care for simple counting games with you. But I can't. 43. I said it. I closed my eyes and I said it, but you weren't there. I said it again and again and again, but you weren't there. I screamed and I cried, but you still weren't there. So I burnt your letters. There were 43. I made a bonfire and threw every carefully penned note into it. I watched them all burn. You still didn't come, but you didn't leave either, and now I'm scared. So I took every picture of us together and I burnt them all. There were 43. It doesn't matter though, because you're still here. So I washed all of the linen. I scrubbed and I scrubbed until my hands were stinging and pruned. The skin had been torn and they ached from exhaustion. Still I continued scrubbing. I scrubbed all 43 pieces. And still, you lingered. So I destroyed the crockery and the cutlery. I bent every utensil and I smashed all of the plates. The sharp ceramic fragments cut my exposed hands and feet, but I still kept going. I shattered all of your glass jars, and I filled and froze all of your plastic bottles until they all burst. I broke all 43. Still, you lingered. So I smashed the furniture. While the bonfire outside grew exponentially, I sawed the dining table in half, snapped the bed frame and ruined everything in that little, wooden house. The number of pieces totaled to 43. Still you lingered. Soon, the walls began to smoke. In a moment of helplessness, I ran to the charred remains of one of the letters and clutched it to my chest as our home went up in flames. I sat there and rocked myself to sleep. As I write this, I accept the imminence of death. Sitting up in a hospital bed, I glance across at the ventilator beside me. I finish penning this and place the paper and penned carefully on a nightstand beside me. The writing is truthfully chicken scratch on a torn notebook leaf, but it will have to do. Then, in one fell swoop, I hold my breath and disconnect the ventilator. As I fall back on the stiff mattress, I see blotches of blue and white flooding in. Nonetheless, it is too late. With my dying breath, I utter 2 words and drift away. See you soon, my beloved.